Me and Aguera, we met some Aguera. God damn it. Anyway, me and Aguera met around a year and 3 months ago. We had first been introduced by, at the time, I have no idea what name she's going by now, but at the time introduced by a female friend I knew named Nightmare Hearts. Me and her had been friends for some time, and this was, in fact, we had recently become friends after a breakup with Blitz, which happened 2 years ago or something like that. I can't say I regret that decision, but so that was around 2 years ago. For that whole matter, meeting her. So then we meet. So then she told me I have someone for you to meet, and I met a girl that I only knew as Missbrony. We talked for a day or two, and then pretty much accidentally and non-intentionally cut off contact for 2 months without talking to each other because neither of us, both of us, had things to do, other people to talk to, and we were just kind of like, yeah, I know them more or less. I know they're Silverhoof slash Miss Brony. But other than that, we couldn't really say much about each other's personal lives or who we're with. Besides, I think at the time I was with Blitz, I have no idea. But 2 months later, after a breakup with Blitz, Ophelia, and Berry Blossom, yeah, 2 months all that happened. Well, actually, Berry Blossom, you'll hear. But after that, all of that, we talked again, realizing that we hadn't for some time, so we started talking. Before then, I had discovered a love for role playing, so at one point we decided to put our two OCs together. You'll be seeing a picture now of the very first picture she actually made of the two of us. The black and like lighter black pony is her OC named Luminessa. It is not her main, it was her secondary at the time, I think, and Nick's was her third. And mine was, and the green one is my OC named Gelflink, who is a goo pony. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't ship like our main OCs, and the main reason was the fact that at the time I was dating Barry and had only slight sexual interest in Miss Brony, and she was dating a girl who I have not had much contact with, named, damn it, I believe, sorry, Neon. Her name was Neon. So they were dating. Me and Mary were dating. So we roleplayed and talked for like 2 or 3 days in a row. Actually, for pretty much a whole week. And in those 2 and 3 days, our relationship built to the point where we were talking to each other for most of the day, and you know the things you do with someone who you'd like or something along those lines. And eventually, I did have sexual interest, love interest, and all that in her. And so, I told her. I flat out told her around 4 days of knowing her for, well, we won't cut the 2 months, so I'll count it as on the sixth day of knowing her. I admitted that I had a crush on her. And she didn't want to admit at the time, but she also had a crush on me. Which was, for the both of us, a bit problematic. Now, I won't disclaim my own personal life or the love life of Berry Blossom, but a bit before that, we had a fight over something. I'm not gonna say what, but we had a fight. So to be honest, at that point, I didn't really have faith in her. It was that bad. I didn't have faith, and I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere good. So I was completely ready to leave her, honestly, at that rate, because I know to some people that'll sound completely heartless, but it was honestly a really bad fight with really bad evidence stacking against her. So I couldn't really say I trust you and actually trust her. And what's the point of having a girlfriend you can't even trust? Someone tell me, because I don't see it. After some time, she admitted she also liked me, I think it was the next day in a call where she admitted it, and then we had to figure out what we were gonna do. I was kind of sad at the time because I was like, "Oh, this is such a douche move." Because I think it was like 2 days after our 1 month anniversary of me and Barry being together. So I had to admit I wasn't like feeling bad that I was doing this then, but I did save it until after the anniversary because I really didn't want to be that guy who like breaks up as soon as you're with someone for a month and be like, "This isn't working. This special occasion is not worth it. Goodbye." But so I didn't do that. But I can't say it was exactly a clean cut. There were a couple barbs along the way, I believe, that I accidentally placed, and it might have hurt her a little more than I anticipated, but I don't think she really cares about that or me anymore, so yay. But the main problem was with her, with Abuela. She and Neon were a bit closer, and she honestly loved the both of us, which is always a problem when you're starting to love one more than the other, because you have to decide, should I break up with this person to go with this other person, or should I be faithful to the one I'm with and just say sorry to the other person, even though they also have love interest for me, and I them. So, eventually, she decided that she would rather be with me, and she broke up with Neon the next day. It wasn't the happiest occasion, and I tried to help her through it, because I don't know. Who would want to break up with a good girlfriend slash boyfriend, whatever your sexual preference is? Who would want to do that? I don't know anyone who'd actually want to purposely break up with them that was being good to them, being nice to them, and all that. I don't know anyone who'd do that. Well, maybe one person, but that's a personal grudge. But not to be brought into this. But yeah. So after that, we got together, and since then we have been happily dating for a year and probably I would count a month as well, or 10 days until the other month, which has felt like the time flies. People say that, time flies. You really don't think it does, but when it happens, you can tell it does. So that's the little summary of our love story. And for anyone who's not Aguera, my girlfriend, I would recommend that you please turn it off, say your comments about what you think of the love story, quote unquote. But I would really rather you not listen to this next part, because this part is just for her. I mean, you can if you want, but do not hold anything I say against me or her, and be warned, some of the things I say may be slightly personal. Knowing that some people probably completely ignore this, I will keep it to a minimum. But still, be warned. And sorry, hon, but this will probably be a little bit dampened by the fact that I know people probably listen to this part anyway. Alright, but here we go. Oh, fuck.